you. Members, the House has resumed. We're on the second reading of the Taxation Budget Measures Bill. The Honourable Peter Dunn has the floor and he has 10 minutes remaining should he choose to continue.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. When the House adjourned, I had uttered the words, Mr Speaker, and was going to follow those by saying... it was an interesting speech. It's the first time I've managed to clear the House with very few words. I suspect that may not happen with what I'm about to say, however, because on behalf of the Minister of Finance, I now move that the Taxation Budget Measures Bill be read a second time. Mr Speaker, I'm not going to traverse the ground that I covered in the first reading speech. I'm simply going to make the observation that over the last year there's been a great deal of public debate about our tax system. The government has responded to that debate with the measures announced in the budget this afternoon. It's now time to put the results of that into action so that we have a tax system that supports growth, encourages productivity and moves us away from the consumption and distorted investment decisions of the past. And, sir, to achieve those purposes, this bill introduces what we describe as a balanced packet of changes. Lower income tax rates not only provide greater incentives for people to work and save, but will also help to attract skilled people to our workforce and encourage New Zealanders to stay and contribute to our economy. In this regard, it's interesting to note that outside Ireland and Luxembourg, we of the OECD have the highest rate of skilled citizenry living overseas, about 1 in 5 New Zealanders. And there are a number of reasons. But the fact is, if we want to attract them back, we've got to have a competitive tax environment in this country. That's what this bill is about seeking to establish. The lower company tax rate that it ushers in will encourage productive investment throughout New Zealand, thereby increasing productivity and contributing to raising wage levels. Lifting the amount of GST will help shift the current economic balance away from consumption and spending and channel efforts towards saving and investment. And as part of the rebalancing of the tax system, certain rules will be tightened and strengthened to make the system more equitable so that everyone pays their fair share of tax. Mr Speaker, in making these substantial changes to our tax system, the government has been mindful of those New Zealanders who will need support as a result of the rise in the GST rate. And as has been indicated, compensation will be an immediate and permanent part of those changes. So these are, in summary, the main features of the tax reforms proposed in the bill that have been well aired in the earlier debate and in the budget presentation this afternoon. Taken together, they offer a fairer, more balanced system that will better support the efforts of New Zealanders to get ahead, and for that reason, sir, I'm very happy to commend this bill to the House.
I call the Honourable Trevor Mallard.